Hey folks, walk with me. Well, here's our chilly day video. Follow up from yesterday's video. So if you haven't watched that and you're curious before or after this, go ahead. You don't have to watch one before the other for sure. Or you don't have to watch the other at all. That one had to do with children, and this one has to do with adults. So the ways in which adults cheat ourselves using the same routine as we do with children. So as we spoke about with children, this whole donkey and carrot idea where you're sitting on a donkey and you have a long stick with a carrot on the end of that stick, and you dangle that in front of the donkey, and he's constantly trying to get the carrot. And that's the way in which you get the donkey to move, to get the next mile, the next 10 miles or whatever, but the donkey never gets the carrot. And so how do we do that as adults? The exact same way that we do it with children. With children, we go, you gotta go to preschool. Why? Oh, so you can be ready for kindergarten. Why you gotta go to kindergarten? Oh, so you can get ready to go to first grade. So on and so forth, all the way through whatever, high school, college, graduate school, so on and so forth. And then we say, okay, now you're ready, college graduate or high school graduate, whatever. You're ready to get out into the real world. But what do we do in the real world? The same damn thing. We go, okay, intern, or okay, new associate. You're level 1 in our organization, which has 14 levels. And that means that you possess these skills and this experience. And so why should you persist in your associate level job? Oh, so that you can get to associate 2. Or so that you can get to independent contributor or manager or director, so on and so forth. And we do it incessantly, constantly pursuing the carrot dangled in front of our face and never taking the trip, never going that next mile, never toiling in the job for the joy of toiling in the job. Because we've set up a game in a situation whereby we have to suffer. If someone's going to pay us for something, it has to be insufferable. And we have to pay the price for that money. And what do we earn that money for? We earn that money so we can go do things we want to do. And when do you do those things you want to do? Well, you do them on your off time. But what's the deal with having on time and off time? Well, you have to feel kind of bad about having off time because you could be contributing, right? You could be a more productive member of society. So using that money to enjoy yourself, to do something you want to do, build something you want to build, have an experience you want to experience, have some gadget you want to have. No. You need to be productive with it. Invest it. You need make your money work for you. Save it up so that you can buy that house that you are supposed to have. This is the game that we play, which is the same game as we play when we stick kids in this system of schooling, but we just do it with corporatized work, and then we complicate it to the nth degree by also peppering in all of these attributions that should be strived for that are incongruous with what it is that you're apparently doing the job to earn the money for. Should give you some sense of capability and freedom, right? To do whatever the hell you want with it. But can you? I suppose you can. Some people can. But if you're caught in this game and you are lost in this game because you don't know the rules and you don't think that you can have any influence over the game, then no. No, you can't. But you can find out what you're supposed to, right? What the next carrot is. And you can lean in hard toward that. And then ultimately, after these series of carrots that you never got a bite of, and you've walked long and hard carrying heavy loads, you're supposed to do what? What's the end game here? Maybe you could say retirement, but then what? You've lost the last 65 years or so, 70 years, maybe for some 50 years, whatever it is. You've swapped that for a good 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 years as the grand finale. What a trade. What a ratio you have there for some prospect, for something that you had to do to be an acceptable member of society, to be a productive contributor, to be fuel for the capitalist machine. And all along the way, you felt as though you needed to suffer in order to contribute. Your contribution can't be also pleasurable. Again, there's a few people who get out of this. But let me tell you what, a lot of the people who get out of it do everything they can to keep the bulk of people in it. And so yes, you can find people who this doesn't pertain to. But you can find very, very few people who this doesn't pertain to and who don't actively pursue keeping this system exactly in place. They don't want to get free and then help break others out as well, right? This is, I escaped the prison yard and I'm making a run for it. The hell with the rest of you. That's what that is. So this is me just laying it out there. That's the carrots. You're the donkey. But you don't have to be. Can you find a way to change some of the rules? Do you have the agency to say, you know what? This rule and that rule suck. I'm going to do what I can to change it. Or, you know what? I can fit into this little nook and not be impacted in ways that I don't want to be by any of these stupid rules that I didn't set up. Maybe. All right. That's the thought that I'm going to leave you with today. Now that I've walked uphill, I'm nice and warm. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the day. I hope that you can also. If you walked with me or watched this far, I certainly appreciate it. And as always, I will see you in the next video.